Welcome to the Fire Sprinkler Podcast with Chris Logan. Hey everybody, this episode of the Fire Sprinkler Podcast is a conversation I had leading up to Home Fire Sprinkler Day, which was a initiative set up by the NFPA and the Home Fire Sprinkler Coalition. Various organizations, NFSA, CASA, NFPA, held side-by-side sprinkler demonstrations, just kind of showing how effective residential fire sprinklers are at controlling, extinguishing, giving everybody more time to get out of their homes in the event of a fire. So this is a little interview I did leading up to it. Got some more content here I'm working on recording. Hopefully going to be popping out a couple episodes here real quick. Kind of quick succession here. Thanks again everybody for tuning in. I appreciate all the support and enjoy.
Talk a little bit about what you guys do, your business located on Arnold Street in town, right?
304 Arnold Street. We've got a little storefront set up there with fire extinguishers and stuff like that. We've been around since 1983. Business started by my grandfather and my dad. And now we're humming along with pretty much everything fire protection, from fire sprinkler installations to extinguishers and fire alarm.
So what are the rules? I mean, we might have a few business owners out there listening. What are the rules when it comes to having a fire extinguisher available on your premises in businesses? You got to have one, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, every business needs to have fire extinguishers in. My brother deals with the fire extinguisher aspect of it, so if you want to give us a call, 519-627-8719, he can help you out with the rules and regulations in regards to that. I'm the sprinkler guy.
Okay, yep. So if you want any details, give them a call on that. Let's talk about sprinklers. So that's something that you set up a system. If somebody is building something,
yep.
We've got manufacturers, businesses, builders out there. When it comes to businesses, you need a sprinkler system installed. Is that a necessity, or is it a requirement? Where do you put it there?
It all depends on the size of the building and what you're doing inside the building.
Yeah.
The Ontario Building Code has legislation, rules and regulations for how large of a building you can have for commercial occupancy.
Yeah.
The thing we have going on this weekend is the National Home Fire Sprinkler Day, which is in unison with the NFPA and the Home Fire Sprinkler Coalition.
Yeah.
So all across North America, there's a bunch of side-by-side sprinkler demonstrations going on, educating the public on the importance of home fire sprinklers.
This is a real hands-on opportunity. What you're going to do in Corunna on Saturday is going to be a chance for people to see how effective a sprinkler system is and how it could combat, save lives, and save buildings for that matter.
Yeah, absolutely. So right now across Canada, 400 people die in residential home fires every year. Most of those people are vulnerable occupants under 5 years old and over 60 years old. So what we're going to do is a little live demonstration. We have essentially we have a demonstration set up that's 2 8-by-8 foot rooms. One of them has a sprinkler installed and the other does not.
Yep.
So what we do is we light the fire on the sprinkler side. You'll see that the smoke alarm is going to activate around 30 seconds, and the sprinkler is going to activate in about a minute and a half, and it's going to knock that fire immediately down, and it's going to prevent it from spreading. The other side that doesn't have the sprinkler, we light up and we let it roll till flashover, which takes about 3 to 4 minutes, and you just see how fast and intense that heat gets, and nobody survives flashover. So it's just a good demonstration to get the knowledge and why we're pushing residential fire sprinklers and fire sprinklers in general across Canada.
Yeah, I would imagine on the financial side, does your insurance go down if you've got a sprinkler system in your building?
Yep, the couple insurance companies, the cooperators are really on board with fire sprinklers, pushing a lot of education and stuff like that. They offer anywhere from 8 to 12% discounts. Same with I'm blanking on the name of the other insurance company, but there's most insurance companies offer around 10% discount.
It makes sense, right? Yep. I mean, the amount of damage that would happen to your building if you had a sprinkler system would be minimal compared to if you didn't.
Yeah, the insurance claim on average for a home fire without sprinklers is $15,000 and above. In a fully sprinklered home, it averages around $1,000, $1,200.
Right.
Yep.
So if I'm building something, or if I have a current structure, can you go into a already built structure and put a sprinkler system in? Is that still feasible?
Yeah, we can do retrofits. We do a lot of retrofits. If anybody's aware, they have legislation right now where all vulnerable occupancies have to be retrofitted with sprinklers.
Yeah.
So a lot of group homes, community living type homes have to be retrofitted with fire sprinklers just to give everybody a better chance to get out.
easier, obviously, if you're building something from the ground up to put a
Absolutely.
sprinkler system in. I would imagine.
Yeah, accessibility. Now we have a lot of kind of neat tricks to concealing the sprinkler because it's not like you see in commercial applications where the sprinkler sticks down from the ceiling. We have nice, what you can call pretty sprinklers where
Right.
most of the people don't even know they're in the home.
Yep. I'm going to guess that in your travels where you've seen fires, and man, we've had a lot of fires in Chatham, Kent this year than I can ever remember.
Yep.
I'm going to guess, and you don't have to be specific because I don't want to point fingers or anything, but I'm sure that fires that you've seen, you must drive by them and think to yourself, if they had a working sprinkler system in that building, probably the damage would have been minimal locally. The ones that you've seen
Absolutely,
this
yep.
year, the past year, right?
Yep. And even, the problem with fire sprinklers and fires is the fires don't get big enough to make the news. Nobody hears about the fires, locally across Canada, across North America. Nobody hears about those fires because they're not large damage. They're contained to one room. Everybody gets out of the building alive. Everybody sleeps in their own beds essentially that night. So they're not big newsmakers.
So would you say then there's been several fires that have happened that were minimal thanks to a sprinkler system in Chatham, Kent in the last little while?
More locally than
Wow.
than you'd want to
That's crazy.
know about.
Yeah,
There's some pretty good ones that are local that I don't want to give away
Yep.
the locations,
Yep.
but there's a couple pretty decent ones that there would have been some major
Wow.
loss. Yep.
Huh. There you go. So it's amazing. You do your job so well that you don't get into the news.
That's right. Yeah.
Congrats on that. Wallace Kent Sprinkler System. Is there a website that they can go to check you out?
Our website's been under construction for a little while now.
Okay.
www.wallacekentsprinkler.ca. We're on Twitter. Pretty much all aspects of social media. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Usually posting things.
Yep.
What's going on around the community, where we're doing demonstrations, and how you can get more information.
Okay. And they can call you, obviously, the old-fashioned way if they want to actually pick up a phone and call you,
That's right. You can call, and essentially pretty much anytime you call our phone number, you're going to talk to a Logan. So that's 519-627-8719. We've been family-owned and operated since 1983, and my two boys at home, 4 and 6, have no real choice.
They know what they're going to do when they
Absolutely.
grow up.
Future fourth-generation sprinkler fitters.
Awesome. I love it. Chris Logan in our studios today here. Once again, your event in Corunna tomorrow goes at 10 o'clock.
Yep, 10 o'clock, 249 Hill Street. It's at the Fire Hall in Corunna.
Check it out. All right, Chris, thanks for coming in today.
Thanks.
Thanks for keeping us safe, too.